traveling along the exotic west shore of the ancient Red Sea. We have no time for camel rides or chair sitting as we search for the shortest way to lovely Port Ghalib, our host for the final 2 rounds of the UIM Formula 2 Continental Cup. Let's ask some locals the way.
Port Ghalib.
Port Ghalib.
Port Ghalib.
هاي الطريق ده دغري.
Direction. لسه بدري. 50 kilometers.
Port Ghalib.
Well, now that we have our bearings, we along with the locals head south along the beach highway towards Port Ghalib, which is a lovely oasis of hotels mixed with great dining surrounded by the desert and the sea. Located midway along the western shore of the Red Sea, it's a perfect place for some sun, snorkeling, diving, or just plain relaxing in its abundant sun-splashed world.
Welcome to Egypt, Port Ghalib.
However, not just here to get away from the harsh winter up north, but to settle a championship on water, as 15 of the world's best drivers have come here from 9 different countries to determine a championship. The opening 2 meetings of the series have taken place in Oman and Fujairah in the United Arab Emirates, and now we will culminate with a rare, rigorous back-to-back pair of races run in just 3 days to determine who will be the champion on water in Formula 2 here in the heart of the Middle East. And as the drivers and crew members prepare their boats to go into the water, we had a chance to spend a moment with one of the true and new and upcoming and talented promoters of the powerboat racing world as we hear from the man in charge, Abdul Salam Farouz, as he talks about the race events here in Port Ghalib this week.
Port Ghalib, it is the biggest project in Egypt. And I think we have a professional management here to run the shows. Also, we have a very professional driver who can run the show with a perfect condition, with perfect preparation together with the ready man. So I'm happy, and I think we'll have a good show here.
After a full day of preparation and technical inspection by the officials, the boats are finally heading onto the crane and into the water for the first time this week. Let's take a look at some of the contenders who will have a great chance to take the UIM Formula 2 Continental Cup Championship here this weekend. Beginning with the driver from Dubai, who has come on strongly with a win at the last race in Fujairah, beginning with Arif Al-Zafin, the driver from Dubai, who is a co-leader in this series with 35 points, having 2 straight podiums, with also a second in Muscat, and maybe the fastest driver in the race conditions on the tour. The man he's battling with is one of the best in the world and is the reigning 2-time world champion in Colin Jelf of London, England, who has also won and taken second in the first 2 races this year. The 27-year racing veteran has been on a real hot streak, having won 3 of his last 4 starts, only finishing second to Arif last time out in Fujairah, and is now looking to re-establish himself in that #1 position in his #1 boat. Third in the championship is the first of a very strong Latvian contingent, with Ugas Gras having 18 points on the strength of a pair of 4th-place finishes in Muscat and Fujairah. The 36-year-old driver in his Italian-built DAC hull has dubbed this boat the Mean Green Machine and is hoping that he'll have a good start and quickly move up to the front in hopes of a title. He is a very savvy competitor who has recently raced in Formula 1 and brings with him 23 years of racing experience, including racing in the class since 2000. As we look high above this picturesque course here in Port Ghalib, let's take a quick look at other drivers who still have a chance at the title, including Latvian Uvis Slaktras in boat number 51, who is 7th in the championship with a pair of 6th-place finishes and 10 points. Kuwaiti driver Yosef Al-Robian has the most pressure of any driver here this weekend, being sponsored by Port Ghalib and having 2 plane loads of race fans flying in to watch him race this week. The youngest driver on the tour is 22-year-old Italian Alex Carella. He's won in the past. Look for him to challenge for a podium finish. Veteran driver Frode Sundsdal of Norway has experience in Formula 1 and used this to push for a win in a memorable side-by-side duel, lap after lap with Arif Al-Zafin, for first, eventually finishing 3rd in Fujairah. Who's the best?
Everybody in the world said, I'm the best.
Well, here's what the current standings say. With 2 drivers tied for the lead at 35 points and with 40 points still up for the taking, believe it or not, all 12 of these drivers still have a shot for the title.
Guys, very soon I will be the best.
I am the best. I am the best.
The world governing body, the Union of International Motor Nautique, based in Monaco, sets definite guidelines for safety for drivers who compete around the world year after year. And in order for these drivers to participate in these events, they must once a year take to the water and pass a specialized simulated crash test or dunk test.
1, 2, 3.
This week, the official test is being given by the DIB rescue team led by Ella Kozma and his crew of 8 from Hungary, which includes a doctor, EMT, and professional divers ready to help out at a moment's notice. Drivers are placed in a real-life capsule simulating their own cockpit, and then once into position are flipped upside down, mirroring a real-life situation, and then after a specified time underwater are then signaled to release themselves and swim to the surface, as they are closely watched at all times, and these drivers have certain guidelines that they must complete in order for their licenses to be renewed for another year. Good news? Everyone passed with flying colors.
Hey, Formula 2 is fantastic. Join us.
Ready to start round number 3 of this championship. Drivers from 9 different countries enter starters' orders. As the warning light comes on for the drivers, 30-second board is down. Any second now, we're under starters' orders. All eyes glued on the lights. One person jumps. Red lights on and off, and we're underway. And explode away from the dock. There, Edwardson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats. Oh my! Jean-Baptiste Thomas. And as they break away from the start dock, it's a battle for the lead. And as they head for the commitment buoy and turn number 4, it's Arif that slides ahead. Jelf forced to go to the inside. Side by side, Arif Al-Zafin trying to nose ahead of Colin Jelf as both drivers tied for this championship. Slowly trying to catch up, and he works his way around Ian Andrews to move up into the top 9. He came last off the dock. A real problem down at turn number 4 is Norwegian Rick Håkansson spinning, and fellow countryman Frode Sundsdal having no place to go, hitting the driver broadside, ending Håkansson's day.
Han gjorde med samme feilen igjen, Geir. Jeg tar ikke propellene vil ha på. Han misforstår, setter på det han vil. Jeg stiller inn båten innvendig, og holder på å gå rundt der ute.
Sundsdal knows is askew, but he continues on, bruised but okay. Dubai driver Arif Al-Zafin has now moved ahead by about 3.5 seconds in front of the 2-time world champion Colin Jelf, and is pushing to the limit in order to stay in front of the driver from London. Oh my, what action! And behind the leading pair, 2 Latvian drivers are quickly moving forward. Uwe Slaktras in boat number 51 charging up in a hurry to that 3rd place position, moving up 4 spots, while his teammate Gradati Turkov having an even better start up to 5th after starting 11th. There's a new leader, as Englishman Colin Jelf has inherited the point. As just moments ago, Arif Al-Zafin crashed heavily down between turns 1 and 2. So here he comes. Colin Jelf wins the race by 3.3 seconds over a pair of Latvian drivers, with Uwe Slaktras finishing in 2nd and Ugas Gras 3rd.
Arif didn't give me no room on the corner, and I had no acceleration, so he just went past me there. And obviously then I was in a bad position. I was trying to fend off the people behind me, but then I got away from them, and I started to close on Arif, and then he had an accident, so that was difficult for him.
It started for me very well because I had a good start. If I have to say the truth, they switched the lights really early, and but I was ready, so I could go there. But you know, when you go for the first buoy and you are not, you know, in the first 3 positions, you don't see the buoy, so you can mix. And I went even to those corals, but good for me. I turned in, and I turned out that I'm in 3rd position.
So here are the results. Jelf, your winner, with Latvia's Slaktras and Gras on the podium. Young Italian Corella 4th, with Port Ghalib's driver Josef Alrobi in 6th. And Norwegian driver Frode Sundsal's dream of the title has come to a crashing end with one race to go. So here are the standings after 3 of 4 races for 2008 in the Continental Cup, and Colin Jelf has officially won the championship, but the run for the runner-up in this title is still at hand between 6 drivers.
The heavy foot is the key to the podium, I tell you that.
Sometimes I am the best.
I am the best.
I will be the best.